OnePlus is a smartphone manufacturer founded in China in December of 2013. And I'm talking about the negative factors of the company. OnePlus origins began with the challenge of gaining consumers' confidence through social media. Their advertisements were mainly social media, targeting young people with ads with stand-up comedians and media influencers. So their target was very small. At the beginning, customers needed to have an invitation to buy the equipment online, and people who didn't have the invitation was not too able to get them. For this reason, the company lost a lot of potential customers, and that is why for their second phone they were open to more users in needed, and their invitation was proper to the public. First of all, it's important to understand the most important factors that customers have at the moment of purchasing a kind of a smartphone. In this graphic, it is evident that the camera is an important factor when customers buying a phone. Also, is important the design of the cell phone. The lack of innovation in terms of design is one of the biggest challenges for OnePlus. So, as it is shown in the charts and research studies, the lack of design of their devices tend to be considered in some phones as replicas in terms of design, or basic design that does not match with the capabilities of the phone. For example, OnePlus 3, OnePlus 5, even the last OnePlus 6T, which are models who are similar to iPhone, and where is evident a lack of creativity. Also, OnePlus doesn't count with the appropriate distribution channels, so if they want to grow as the company they are, they should diversify its products and the way they distribute them, because the online distribution is in some geographic areas is not enough and generates distributability. For example, in Colombia, OnePlus and its evident lack of presence in physical stores creates uncertainty to its customers. The customer segment that OnePlus should focus on is people like technology enthusiasts. This type of people is between 25 and 38 years old, mostly men, are those who don't give much importance to the design of a cell phone, but focuses on obtaining the appropriate specifications within the device, such as a battery life or photographs. And also, the customer segment should be a business professional, are people who use cell phones mainly for work. They use email a lot to keep in touch with their partners and customers. They are attracted to devices in which security predominates. The company believes that its ideal clients are people who prefer a device with good characteristics and don't care much about its design. But this can be a negative factor because their cell phone or their devices couldn't be used by young people who today are the customers who use a lot this type of devices. OnePlus was considering several alternatives for distribution channels. First, the online retailers starting in India where OnePlus expanded its reach through a strategic partnership with Amazon India, Ola, and AirAsia. This to gain positioning on the market. OnePlus should establish small service centers in the main and largest stores of the market, getting to enough of entry and to expose its products, its portfolio to the new consumers. Culture is one of the most important aspects when companies are willing to enter into a new market segment. Um, in the case of OnePlus, culture is one of the negative subjects because um, with their first phone, they want that women got more involved in their online community. So they launched the ladies first campaign, and this campaign generated controversial comments in many online communities, including OnePlus forums, because it was classified as sexist. Women showing parts of their body is generally seen as an object, so OnePlus didn't use the right steps to include women in their community. Another cultural failure was the Smash the Pass campaign, in which the company was going to give 100 phones for $1 to the people that record a video smashing their previous phone from a different brand. People if used to sell their phones to buy a new one, and with the sale of an iPhone or Samsung, used people will be able to get a brand new Plus. An important cultural subject is that OnePlus has not been able to have a great entrance on Latin American countries. People is not used to make several online purchases for expensive purchases online too, and as the company is just rooted to online sales. In Latin American countries, people prefer to see the product and have the certainty that someone is going to answer in case of damage or loss. Um, these aspects are the reason for OnePlus has failed in the last years.